All right, let's kick it off. Okay, we got some people in here. I know some people have already filled out your quarterly business or quarterly review. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For all the rest and everybody that who is going to be watching this in the future, let's talk about why it's important. What are the key aspects to the quarterly review, and how does it relate to your business plan in general? Let's jump right in. So I am going to share my screen, and I'm going to pull up a generic business plan, or I'm sorry, quarterly review. And I'm going to start by showing you exactly how we do that. Okay. And boom. Okay, can everybody see my screen at this point? Somebody give me or Maria, give me a thumbs up, because I can't see anybody anymore. I can see you. No.
We're seeing Illume.
Yeah, that's my screen. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yep, we're good.
Yes.
So action items. That is my screen. Okay, so this is where you find your quarterly review. I'm going to basically, everyone should know how to do this, but you're going to your business tools and then action items down there at the bottom of that team section. I have no idea why they put it at the bottom of team. It should be its own headline, but it is where it is. Okay, so you're going to click on the action items. It brings you here, and then you're looking for your Q3 quarterly review. Click the three dots on the right-hand side, and then you're going to highlight this link that shows up. And make sure you get the entire link, and then I always right-click and open link in a new tab. So it didn't have to just sit around and refresh on my screen. I already have one open. So it's going to bring you to a start screen, this one. If you aren't sure if you did your quarterly review, go ahead and click that link anyways. If you had already completed it, it would tell you your review has already been complete. Every one of you have a unique link that's just yours, and it's exclusive for you. That way Tom can trace it back to who filled them out and who didn't. This is a required process that everyone has to do this. So let's get started. You hit start. First screen that comes up: listing appointments attended, listings taken, listings closed, buyers closed. These are the hardest one here for most people are listing appointments attended. This is why we keep track of listing appointments in your calendars and in your notes. You should be readily accessible at that. I will say, if you don't remember, this is just for the last 3 months. So you should be able to go back in your calendar and take a look and get a pretty good estimate of how many appointments you went on. So and get it close. That's really what we're looking for. So we're looking for trends, quarter over quarter, year over year. Listings taken. This should be an easier one because everyone is filling out their listings and transactions. Again, listings transactions are found in your business tools, and then listings and transactions, you'll find them right here. And this is where we put in, now this is a blank one because it's a sample, but you're putting in your active, pending, closed, etc. Since everyone's putting everything in here, this makes it real easy to fill out your quarterly business review, because all you have to do is go back and look at how many actives and pendings and closed you had and when was the list date. Because list date will tell you if it fell in those last 3 quarters, or I'm sorry, last 3 months. So very easy right here. If for any reason you're tracking your deals in a different way, use that source. But this is something that's easily trackable because it's actual listings that you took. Listings closed, again, very easy because now we're going straight to this tab and we're just going to go back and look at the close date and go for the last 3 months. Easy to find, easy to source. Buyers closed. Go back to the same thing right here, because when you input your closed transactions, you're going to be putting whether you represented the buyer or the seller, and that's part of the transaction. By the way, in case you're wondering how to add the transactions, it's this add new button, and then, as I've often told you guys, I always click other so I can put a description like the family's name instead of having to put an address there. And then you're going to just put whether you represented the buyer or seller. When you do that, the system will automatically tell you, and you can just go back and see, oh, this is how many buyers I closed. So very simple. And then again, all 3 of these numbers, I just kind of pre-filled them out. Units closed. So let's just say this person had 6. Volume, that's the total amount of volume, so 5,250,000, and GCI, that's the total gross commission that the broker made before splits. I just put 131,250, and all of these numbers would be found right here in this closed tab under all of the. Here's your GCI. Here's the close price, which is going to be the volume, and then of course number of deals is going to be number of deals just by counting them up. Okay, so page one, easy. Did you hit your unit goals? You know what? If you don't remember what your goals were, go to your business plan. As I mentioned or alluded to earlier in this, that just literally this morning, Tom updated the business plan to an all brand new business plan. I have it here somewhere. There it is. Brand new business plan. But here's where we can figure out what were your goals. Well, we can look at your goals right here in the unit goals, units and goals, and then we can go through annual, seasonally, summary, etc. And we're just going to literally come in here and take a look at what were your goals and your historical goals, and did you hit them? It's very simple. Next page. And then you're going to do the same thing for GCI closed. Did you hit it or not? Pending. Pending, and since everyone's using the activity tracker, it's going to be right here. And, let's see here. There we go. Pending, and you're just going to go to this pending tab, and you're going to look, what do you got pending right now in your pipeline? And you're just going to add that right here, number of transactions that are pending, the volume, and GCI. That covers the previous quarter's numbers. Any questions? And if you're raising your hand, I can't see you. Wait, I can now. Any questions? Okay.
What about
let's move forward.
What about referrals?
Yes, referrals you still plug in. And remember, you're just putting in GCI, not what you made. If you referred it into you, if someone referred it to you, it's the same thing. You're putting GCI, and if you refer it out, you can still include it. But again, it's GCI, not what you made. And that's because Tom wants to track these for the nationwide numbers. We do put the net later on in your business plan, and we'll get into that when we do business planning, which we will probably do this year. Okay, let's jump over to what are the things you want to do for the next quarter. So we finished up what the last quarter was all about. Now let's talk about what we're going to do in the next quarter. This is the most important component of this business plan for Maria, Coach Maria, and I, to help you guys have a successful next quarter. The previous quarter's numbers, honestly, those are all for Tom. I mean, we'll look at them and we'll want to know if you hit your goal or not. But what I go beeline to immediately upon seeing that these are completed is the future, what we're going to do through the next quarter. So type anything you want here. I mean, it's a blank field, so it shows up like this. So it can be confusing how to type it or how to fill it out. I prefer, if you can do it this way, do it this way. Just type in a 1 and just put them in line items. So it's like 1, 2, 3. I just threw anything in here that I know I'm dealing with some of you guys right now. So whatever your 3 items are, that's where it goes.
What? That Roger dude said if they do get on the contract, it will be non-contingent.
Who's
if they write an offer, it'll be non-contingent, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, somebody needs to be on mute. Okay. Let's jump over to the next one. Okay, now, what do you need to do more of? What do you need to do less of? What do you need to start doing? And what do you need to stop doing? Simple questions, hard to answer because you don't ever want to be honest with us. This is where you need to be honest. What are the things you need to do more of and do less of? Now, oftentimes I get questions that think, well, I have to think of one thing that I'm going to do more of and another thing I'm going to do less of. Sometimes they feed into each other. So I'm going to do more of being up at 6 a.m. I'm going to do less of being up till midnight. They correlate, but they hit the same goal. So do more of up by 6 and do less of staying up till midnight. No one does that. Then what do you need to start doing and what do you need to stop doing? Same thing. I am going to start exercising And I'm going to, I think I spelled that wrong. Okay, and then what we're going to do less of is we are going to, or stop doing, I'm going to stop eating 2 desserts. Okay. Next. Now, here's your goals. If you don't remember what your goals were, or if you want to review your goals, these are the number goals for next quarter. Again, go back to your business plan. If your business plan isn't filled out, let's get it filled out. But you're right here, we can go in and look at, here's your 4th quarter numbers and what you planned on closing in volume. I don't know where the other, let's see here, again, brand new. So let's take a look at summary maybe. I've never been in this annual. Okay, so these are total number of units. So GCI total, but we need to get broke down by month. So we'll find it in your business plan. Hey, and there's a referral section right there for you. But this is where we're going to get your numbers. So you pull them from your business plan, because the business plan is what you had planned on doing in the next 12 months. We're all going to be filling out the business plan next month. So, or this month and next month. So these are the numbers. Now, if you want to adjust them, you can. Things happen. Industry adjusts. Your life happens. Something in your life happens. So if you need to adjust your business plan, we can. And you're going to let us know you're adjusting it in your quarterly review by putting in what your new numbers are. All of these fields are required. So how many listing appointments do we want to go on? Let's say we want to go on 12. Of those 12, how many are we going to actually take? 9. If we're going to listings closed, are we going to close all 9? Maybe not. So let's say we're going to close 6. Buyers closed. Let's say we're working with just a couple, so we're going to do 3. And now we're looking at total volume and total GCI. So we're going to just plug in. I'm just going to put, I have no idea how I came up with that number. And then we're going to put in your commission, or GCI. So whatever those numbers are, they are. Are you a team lead? I believe no one on this call would be a team lead. So you're going to hit no, and you're done.